Okay, this is just a short video on pronouns. I got the paragraph right out of the Grace book. I'm just going to show you how we can use pronouns to replace nouns. I took this paragraph right out of the story. Okay, so let's read this paragraph and see where we can use a pronoun. In the spring, Mr. Spencer plants corn next to the farmhouse. All summer long, Mr. Spencer takes care of the corn. By the end of the summer, the corn is ripe. Then Mr. Spencer harvests it and sells it. That is how Mr. Spencer makes a living. You don't actually have to say Mr. Spencer's name in every sentence. We know we're talking about Mr. Spencer here, Mr. Spencer, Mr. Spencer, Mr. Spencer. So I underlined two places you could take out Mr. Spencer and put in a pronoun. So a pronoun for a man would be he. All summer long, he takes care of the corn. By the end of the summer, the corn is ripe. Then Mr. Spencer harvests it and sells it. That is how Mr. Spencer, let's click down here. Well, it doesn't want to let me click down here. He again. He is the pronoun for a man. And now you have Mr. Spencer, he, Mr. Spencer, he. You don't have to say the name all four times. Let's reread it. In the spring, Mr. Spencer plants corn next to the farmhouse. All summer long, he takes care of the corn. So who is he? He is Mr. Spencer. You just don't have to say it every time. By the end of the summer, the corn is ripe. Then Mr. Spencer harvests it and sells it. That is how he makes a living. Who is he? Mr. Spencer. Now, it can work the other way also. Sometimes people use pronouns too many times. Then Mr. Spencer harvests it and sells it. Do you know what it is? Sometimes when we use too many pronouns, we might not understand the paragraph. What does he harvest? He harvests it and he sells it. There you have the pronoun it replacing corn. So just be careful. You might have to reread the paragraph to understand what all the pronouns mean. He is a pronoun and it is a pronoun. He stands for Mr. Spencer. It stands for corn. Okay.